All right, how you guys doing? This is Ron with Smart Trucking. Just in case you may be wondering what is Smart Trucking is a platform teaching you guys how to do trucking the smart way. I'm gonna be quick, straight to the point. Smart Trucking is really helping you guys really navigate through the industry. You may be an owner operator, you may be a lease driver, or you may be somebody that's looking to get into the trucking industry and just don't know how. And so what I have taken out the time to do is build a site and a platform to help you guys, educate you guys in going into the industry and being able to navigate through the many challenges of being an independent driver. Let me just give you a quick little insight and information about who I am and what I've done for the industry. I've been in the industry now for about 28 years. I started out driving for a company. I was a self-taught driver. Then I got me a truck, leased it on. Then I went from leasing to an independent driver, which I've been for the last few years or so. So I want to give you guys some tips that first and foremost, if you're going to get into this industry, I want to first challenge you that you need to work for yourself. That was one of my biggest mistakes. I, started driving for a company. And I heard people telling me, hey, man, get you a truck. But I didn't know. I was, allowed fear of the unknown of the industry to stop me. And so Smart Trucking is to get rid of all of the fears, to give you the information what I didn't have many, many years ago. I'm talking about when I started 20-some years ago. We didn't have social media. We didn't have any of those platforms that you can go and watch and kind of learn, and get information about. So I basically started, from the bare ground, nothing. And so I have worked myself up through the many years of being a truck driver. And I'm gonna tell you on the Smart Trucking platform, I'm gonna tell you the good as well as the bad, because we got a lot of sites out here that's telling you all kind of stuff, but they don't really truly prepare you. And so I'm gonna tell you a few little quick nuggets, and I want you to like the page, subscribe to it, go to smarttrucking.biz. You're gonna see information that I'm gonna be uploading. And, I've started Smart Trucking some months back, and I kind of had to take back. There was a lot of information and a lot of stuff that I had to do that kind of, caused me to go behind the scene for a little bit. So I haven't forgot about you guys. I'm here. And trust me, this is going to be your number one source for information. I'm talking about cutting edge information, Smart Trucking. So reason why I say if you're going to be in the industry, drive for yourself. Why? Because, you're going to only make so much money in this industry. You're only going to make a certain amount. That's just flat out. And the best way to make the most is to learn to, drive for yourself. Get your truck, drive for yourself. And you may say, well, Ron, hey, look, man, I don't, have that much experience. Well, first thing I want to say, hey, drive for a company maybe about a year. Drive for about a year or so. Get the, the few kinks out. Then come back and buy your truck. But do not buy a truck through one of these companies. I've had a lot of friends. They bought the truck, end up firing them. And so they took that truck back after almost a few months of paying for it and resold that truck. So that's why I do not recommend buying a truck from a company. Do like I did. Save your money and go buy your own truck. So that way, if you want to lease it on, when you leave or you get ready or you want to terminate your lease, you leave with your truck. They can't take your truck. So that's rule number one. Once you get ready to buy want to work for yourself and buy you a truck and lease it on. Don't go and try to lease it through them, because there's too many horror stories. I had one guy that he was working with, pulling tankers for the same company. They sold him a shoddy truck. He hadn't seen a check in over 2 months. I was like, man, what's going on? He said, man, the truck, every time you turn around, it's broke down. So, and keep in mind, when you buying that truck through them, they automatically, and is leased on to that company, they're automatically going to take whatever is owed to them out of your settlement before you get anything. So because of all of those breakdowns and failures and, mechanical failures, he hadn't seen a check in over 2 months. I was like, man, how you able to stay alive, financially? Luckily, he was able to, because he had a family member, house that he was living in or whatever the case, and he was able to stay afloat that way. But man, I was like, Jesus. So rule number two, if you're going to get in this industry, work for yourself. Don't lease your truck on, because all you're doing at this point, If you get you a truck and you lease it on, all you're doing is just getting out of their company truck back into the seat of your truck, but you're getting right back in the same situation. Because all you basically did was just change seats. You got out of their truck into your truck only to lease it on. That's why I say I did it, and leasing is not good. You know, that's why I say don't do it. You know, I mean, a lot of people do it because they figure they got consistent freight, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if that's what you want to do. I did it, but I didn't like it. I didn't see the benefit, because what's going to happen is when you don't do something they want to do, they're going to starve you. They're not going to want to give you loads. They're not going to want to run you because you turned down a particular load. That happened to me, and it happened to a lot of my friends. You know, when you don't want to go somewhere, just say you don't want to go up there in the wintertime in Wisconsin or somewhere where it's, Utah, Washington, Idaho, in the bad weather. Oh, man, they're going to penalize you. I've heard so many guys say that has happened to them that, a lot of them, that's why they left. So my third rule is, if you're going to do it, go all the way. And yes, it may be a lot more challenges, but it's a lot more rewarding. And yes, you're going to have to deal with a lot of, bad brokers. All brokers are not bad, but there are a lot of bad brokers. And this is a topic for another video. So I don't want to get too, sideways, into that. But what I want to challenge you is, if you're going to do this industry, get you a truck. Rule one first, if you don't have a family member, anybody that can teach you about the industry, go spend about maybe six months to a year, work all the kinks out on, someone else's truck. 2, then come back, get you a truck. While you out there on that year, save your money. Be very, very diligent in saving your money. Maybe you could get some income tax money and put your down payment on, get your truck. Then and while you're doing that, get your own authority. Because you can get your own authority, but just don't go active. Because your authority won't go active until you have the insurance anyway. That's what I did. I got my authority and got my money together. And then I went active after I got my money together. Apply for your operating authority, and they're gonna issue your MC and your DOT number. And depends on what state you may be in, you may have to get that state DOT number as well. So, but you can get it and just don't go active, because it's not gonna go active until you actually get insurance. And so, but you can have it. And in doing so, your MC and your DOT number is gaining age. And so, because a lot of brokers like to look for MC and DOT numbers with some age, that you ain't just got it within like a few months or a few weeks, So that's what I did. I got it. And while I was studying getting my money together, it was aging. So it worked in my benefit. So now my DOT number is over 3 years old, somewhere around up in there. But anyway, and so get your money together, get your truck, get your mechanic to check out that truck. And you already got your DOT number just kind of laying dormant. You got your insurance. And then you can be scouting out some brokers. There are many different sites, platforms where you can search loads up. Or you could even possibly land your contract. So this is a little short video I wanted to come and give to you guys about smart trucking. The reason why I say drive for yourself, because there are a lot of benefits. You won't have to worry about being fired no more. And that was one of the things I really got tired of dealing with a lot of these companies. A lot of these companies, they've never driven a truck before. They've never, let alone sat in the seat of a truck. But yet they want to tell us as a driver what we should be doing. And I just don't see that. That to me, that just don't make smart sense. That's why the name of my company is Smart Trucking. I want to teach you how to do trucking the smart way, because there's a lot of ways that people are doing trucking out here, but it's not smart. You're not seeing a residual income, and you're basically just allowing people that don't know the industry. One, they never drove a truck. 2, they don't know what the demands that comes along with just being away from your family, sleeping in a truck, dealing with fighting this traffic. But yet those are the ones that want to tell us how we should do trucking. I just don't see that. I've been in this industry now for off and on for over 28 years, between driving, lease owner, company driver, supervisor of a trucking company. So I've seen it, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm talking about I've seen it. So if I'm going to take any advice, I'm going to take it from someone who knows the industry. And you're looking at a guy, you're listening to a guy that knows the industry. I've been in it for 28 years, off and on. I'm talking about I've seen it. I'm talking about I know the ins and outs of this industry. And a lot of the guys that are on these platforms, Facebook, YouTubing, trying to give people advice and all this. Most of these guys have never driven a truck a day in their life, but they're trying to tell us. And so I'm gonna come back here, and I want to challenge you guys. Go to smarttrucking.biz. I'm gonna have a lot of information coming up. I'm gonna be giving away a free training class, to teach you guys how to do it, because there is a right and a wrong way to do anything, whether it's trucking or anything. And so I want to teach you guys how to do trucking the smart way, because I really believe a lot of you guys are good truckers, but you're not doing it the smart way. And so let me help you. And this has been Ron with Smart Trucking. I'll see you soon. Like the video, subscribe, and follow me. Go to smarttrucking.biz is my website. We're going to be posting a lot of information about showing you guys how to do it the smart way. See you guys next time.